Welcome everyone to our heart-powered inspiring interview series. As you know, every single time I introduce you to an amazing speaker, entrepreneur, change maker. And today I have an amazing lady with us. Okay, who is she? She's British Nigerian with a BSc and MSc in pharmacy from the Ukrainian Academy of Pharmacy and an MBA from the University of Liverpool. And she told me her amazing story up front. And, when she was giving birth to her amazing boy, he got born with some, and he, in his early little life, he was suffering with a severe skin issue. And what does this woman with experience in the pharmacy industry do? She develops a cure for him because she couldn't find a cure for him in the market. And that was pretty much the birth of her company after many years being very successful in the pharmaceutical industry. With this new cure, she founded a new business called Naturally Tribal Skincare. And that is really like a natural chemical-free skincare company built on valuing healthy, ethical, and sustainable living while she's actively empowering African women. I would call that a massive success and achievement. And as if that wasn't enough, she's also the co-founder of a platform called Emerging Markets Quality Trials, which is an organization that's focused on diversity in clinical trials, providing the global pharmaceutical industry access to patients in Africa. And I just want you to be aware of one thing that she shared with me, where she said that only actually from all the patients that benefit from being part of these clinical trials, only 3% are actually representing women of people of color. Isn't it amazing? So I think that with her work at this Emerging Markets Quality Trials, platform, they are changing that, and they're changing the world with it. Well, this lady also holds several non-executive director positions. She's a World Trader Freeman, and a UK Department of International Trade Expert Champion. She's a mentor, and she's most importantly a strong believer that everything is possible. And I know that for this woman, everything is possible. So welcome, Shalom Lloyd. It's so great to have you with us today. Welcome.
Monique, thank you so much for having me. I am super excited to be here. Your energy just radiates, and I'm just so pumped up and excited to be here today with you. Thank you for having me.
I know you're creating so much magic with your business, and you're always just bringing everything to a different level again and again. Why don't you just share with me and everyone that is with us today, what are your specific 3 things and best practices that help you keep growing your business further right now?
Wow. Does it have to be 3 things?
You know what? I mean, everything that fits within 20 minutes is perfect.
But it's simple. I usually keep things very, very simple. And the 3 things that I live by, or I try to live by on a daily basis, regardless of my business life or my personal life, is I think it, I say it, and I do it. I find that we talk a lot about stuff, have the best intentions. The best ideas are not best ideas if they sat on a shelf. So when you think something, you say it out loud and make it be. You have the best possible chance of it succeeding. So for me, it's think it, say it, do it, which has its good sides and bad sides, because not everything you think, say, and do will work, but it's okay. If it's going to fail or not work, yes, fail fast and move again to the next idea.
Why don't you share maybe a little story with us on how this amazing approach, think it, say it, do it, made an impact in your business?
Oh, wow. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. The 2 hats that I wear are 2 businesses that mean a lot to me. They were born out of purpose. They were born out of the heart, really. They were heart-powered. I'm a pharmacist by qualification, and I worked in drug development for the past 25 years, an industry I'm extremely passionate about. I believe in the power of science and nature. So I live in this world where 2 of them actually collide. I'd worked my way up in the pharmaceutical industry to senior leadership roles. And about 7 years ago, after 4 cycles of IVF, I finally gave birth to my twins, Amara and Joshua. Joshua, like you said, unfortunately was born with severe eczema. He would scratch till he bled. And any woman out there who has been through IVF, kudos to you, knows what a process it is. So after pumping myself with all these chemicals, I didn't want to use synthetic chemicals on this child to manage his eczema. So the friends who know me know I'm crazy, started mixing in my kitchen, looking for great ingredients that are powered by nature, that are plant-based, that would have those amazing properties, anti-inflammatory, to reduce the redness, the itching, etc. Shea butter became my base, an ingredient I'm obsessed with. Started mixing in my kitchen, stumbled across the Eureka formula, and 3 days after, Joshua's skin became what it should have been from birth. And that was the birth of Naturally Tribal Skincare. It was the birth of Naturally Tribal Skincare. And for me, Monique, it was, when I say heart powered, it's very obvious because that's my child, that's my baby. But I went a step further to try and find a sustainable source of my main ingredient, which was shea butter. My parents are proudly Nigerian and proudly British Nigerian, so I went to where I knew. Nigeria makes, I think, the top producer of shea butter in the world. So traveled back to the rural parts of the country, came across this amazing place called the Kingdom of Esan in Niger State, northern part of Nigeria. I just went there to find a source of shea butter. I got to this place, still quite emotional thinking about it. I got to this place and these women have been manufacturing and producing shea butter for generations. And I fell in love with the women, with the place, with the passion that they had. I left that place thinking, I looked them in the eye and said, somehow I'm going to put you guys on the map. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I will. I came back to the UK. My poor husband, I remortgaged our home, released equity from our home, tapped into some of my amazing friends in the pharmaceutical industry. And fast forward today, we've built a shea processing facility on 16 acres of land in the Kingdom of Esan. We are employing amazing Esan rural women who are manufacturing shea butter. And when we say employing, it's really employing directly, because for me, empowerment is teaching a woman to fish, not just giving her fish. So employing them, paying them salaries, training them, developing them. And it just makes your heart sing. I would take anyone to Esan in a heartbeat to go and see our women working. So we produce 20 metric tons of shea butter a month. Naturally Tribal Skincare is a proudly British company, so we manufacture, formulate, and test and package our products proudly here in the UK. We bring in the shea butter from Esan for that. But the amount of shea butter I need for my products is about a ton a year, but we manufacture 20 metric tons a month. So we can now export and sell shea butter to the cosmetic, pharmaceutical, and food industry. So it created a whole new business line. It's called Naturally Tribal Nigeria. So for me here, when people pick up a jar of our product, what they can do is the traceability and authenticity, trace the main ingredient back to source. You know where it's coming from. You know the quality. Not only that, you're getting something, the 3 pillars I've built this company on. The core is efficacy. Products that are powered by nature, results driven by nature, and work beautifully is efficacy, products that work naturally. The second is planet hugging. Everything that we're trying to do about Naturally Tribal Skincare hugs our planet. From our glass jars, easily recyclable, to our ingredients, to everything that we're doing. We're not there yet. It's a long way to go. But every day we're trying to hug the planet bit by bit. And the third pillar is ethical sourcing and empowerment. And this is where our Esan women come in. So when you pick up a jar, you know that you're getting these 3 things. And that somewhere you're empowering a woman who is thousands of miles away from you. So how can I not be happy doing this and working in this every day? Knowing that you're paying women salaries, and you hear women say to you, I've been able to pay my child's fees. I've been able to start a petty trading. I've been able to roof my home. Come on.
makes all the impact in the world. Wow.
Right.
And you make it sound so easy.
Oh gosh.
Right? Like I came back from, I came back and to UK, we just mortgaged our house, and I took a big leap of faith, and then now we are this kind of business, right? I mean, it takes
Oh,
a
it's
lot of
been
courage. It takes a lot of
courage.
passion. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of resilience. It takes a massive leap of faith. Okay, and
Absolutely.
it takes you to take responsibility for the impact you want to make and the difference you want to make. So the think it, say, do it sounds like a piece of cake, but it's not for everyone. A lot of people think something, and then it's already a massive next step for them to speak about it. And that is the end for a lot of ideas. And then people don't do something about it. So tell me, where did you take the courage from to mortgage your house and take that leap of faith?
You're absolutely right, Monique. The words that you've used, we hear these words all the time: courage, passion, resilience, integrity. They're not just words for some people, certainly not for me, because they're things that you don't even know you're living them until you kind of stop and retrace your steps and realize, oh my God, that's what I was doing. Think it, say it, do it is not easy. And I'm by no means trying to make it sound easy, but I was always great at my sciences. I was one of those nerdy little girls growing up. At the age of 15, I was already in first year university studying industrial microbiology in Nigeria. At the age of 16, I got a scholarship to go to the former Soviet Union to study pharmacy. Imagine this 16-year-old girl on a plane, going to the former Soviet Union, going to somewhere where she knew no one, didn't speak the language, and complete stranger to everyone. And then fast forward 6 years later, this young woman emerges with a BSc and MSc in pharmacy, coming back to the UK, which is where home is, with a language under my belt. I'm a Black woman in the former Soviet Union in the, during the communism era. We were quite rare to see on ground, So you had to build thick skin because you were different. And it was never a chip on my shoulder. I'm the kind of person, I just usually embrace stuff. My children will tell you I'm a bit crazy. Life is for the living. We have this amazing we have only one life to live, right? And my philosophy has always been, if try it, doesn't work, move on to something else. Of course, there have been challenges, but those challenges, I see failure as steps towards success. Every failure you've gone through or anyone has gone through are steps towards success. So all that background gave me the resilience I always say to myself, if you can go to Russia at the age of 16, do what you did and get back, you can do anything. And that's my philosophy and mentality right now, that I can do anything and truly nothing is impossible. I've got to at least try. So not to make things sound easy, because there has been literally blood, sweat, and tears. But when you think about your why you're doing something, and the why keeps coming back to you every single time. First, you're a mother, then 900 million people on this planet suffer from some sort of condition, right? You want to be able to find a solution for that.
Yes.
African rural women, supporting them, championing, giving them a voice. You want to be part of that. So when I think about the boxes that these businesses are helping me tick, that's what keeps me going.
Thank you for doing this amazing work with your business and having that massive impact on so many people's lives. Okay, on your clients' lives, maybe their mothers' lives. Okay, on the women's lives you work with, right? And so I'd really like to know, because again, we spoke about how important it is to take action, inspired action, right? And when we take action consistently, we talk about habits. So what is maybe one habit that you have that you can share with our amazing community here that we can maybe pick up as well and be inspired by you, that really gets you going and keeps you going at this amazing habit?
It's quite embarrassing to say, really, because normally people have these really cool habits. I have this thing where I have my list. It's habitual, regardless of what it is. It might seem really silly. I put it on the list. You know, making sure that I look after myself first. You know that thing that they say when you get on the plane, put your mask on first. If I don't put on my own mask first, I can't help my children. I was born to be a mother, so my children are first, but I put myself first to look after myself, look after my well-being, my mental health, and giving into my downtime. It's so easy as a woman, as a mother, as an entrepreneur, as a businesswoman to just go, 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 go. But one of the habits, and it's hard, and I'm still learning, is to stop and actually, it could be simple as watching nonsense on TV. Mind numbing television programs make me happy. I don't have to think. I just completely switch off. That's my downtime. And what I find is that the more I build these businesses, the more my husband and my children demand that time as well, which is great because they demand it from me. It's their time. It's your time, mommy. And that's one habit that I think everybody needs to form is putting yourself first and finding that one thing that actually helps you switch off and recharge your batteries. Because one life to live, one world, one planet, one life. There's only one you.
That sounds amazing. I love it. Okay, everyone now wants to know, how did Shalom get her kids to tell her to go watch TV? to really respect her downtime. That's beautiful. So as you know, we are also, with our HeartPowered business, we really help people to not only get inspired, but really turn some inspiration into concrete action. So the think it, speak it, do it is just so in line with what we do for our entrepreneurs and speakers that want to really speak up, scale up, and make a bigger impact. So let's talk about and give our everyone that is here with us. And by the way, that you're here with us, thank you for being so loyal, being with us every single week, and really taking this inspiration and turning it into action. We want to do this as well. We have this little habit, Shalom, where we always invite everyone that are, every one of our amazing guests to give us one hint, one action, one little challenge for everyone that is with us today, one little step or one little action they can take to step up. So what action would you advise everyone that is with us today and everyone that's watching this replay afterwards? What is the action you would like to give them this week to really embrace the think it, say it, do it.
and it's exactly that. When you think it, say it out loud. And part of doing it is actually putting it down on paper. And that is one thing I would like people to take away, whether it's on your phone or a piece of paper. I actually have a notepad by my bedside all the time and sort of making notes. It's actually putting that action down. Just pick maybe 3 to 5 things. I have a habit of putting everything down, whether it's ironing the kids' clothes or a presentation I have to do, or don't forget to turn the ironing off, whatever it is, I list it out. But it's really, when you speak something out and you put it down on paper, you almost that action, that do it already starts. So just do me a favor today, just take a piece of paper on your phone and just list 3 to 5 things and say, I've got to get this done. And that is you. You've thought it, you've pretty much said it. And starting to do it is when you actually put it down on your phone, on a piece of paper. And trust me, that works.
Perfect. And I believe that every day when we have these 3 to 5 things done that we put on paper, what a feeling of accomplishment.
You feel
right?
good. You feel so good.
I know. So again, I love your suggestion, Shalom. So, I'm going to definitely do that. Okay. And by the way, just today, I bought myself a beautiful new pen. Okay. So I will use that pen to write my little list, right? And again, when we have something on paper in front of us, I'm still this old-fashioned girl, right? So I sometimes want to see things right in front of me. So I'm going to write it down. and again, make sure that things get done. That's powerful, Shalom. So I know there's a lot of people today with us. I'm sure they heard about your amazing skin cure. They heard about your amazing business in Nigeria. They hear about your clinical trial, platform. They want to connect with you. Where can they find you? How can they best connect with you?
Oh, Monique, the name Shalom is quite rare, I found. So if you type in Shalom Lloyd on LinkedIn, you'll find me on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. You've got to put yourself out there, particularly if you're a business person. So if you type in Shalom Lloyd, you will definitely find me.
Beautiful. Thank you, Shalom. Again, it's a blessing to call you my sister. And it's great to know that you're doing such amazing work, in the world. And I hope that inspired all of you. So again, embrace her mantra. Okay, think it, speak it, do it. Okay, take the action today. Start crafting your own list. Okay, make sure that again, it's not overflowing, right? But again, always pick the 3 or 5 things. Then every day you're gonna make happen next day, and you'll see, oh my God, it's gonna rock. Everything you do.
Absolutely, Monique. I say start by doing what is necessary and do what is possible. Before you know it, you've conquered the impossible. So starting by doing what is necessary is actually putting it down on paper, what you'd like to do. What are those 3 to 5 things?
Right. I love it. So start by doing what's necessary, and you make the impossible possible, right? I love that. Okay, good, Shalom. Thank you so much for being here on with us. Thank you all for being on with us today. Okay, take the action. As you know, also in the HeartPowered Global Nation, we cheer you on. Share with us, how you're taking action and what it changes for you in your business and in your life. And if we can help you in any way, let us know. We're here for you. And soon we're going to be back with another HeartPowered inspiring interview. I hope we could inspire you today. Don't miss the opportunity to connect with Shalom. Find out more about the amazing business she's doing, and I'm sure you'll find much more inspiration, on her platforms and through her. Great. So thank you so much, Shalom, for being with us. Thank you all for being with us, and we'll be back soon. And in the meantime, we are all playing together in our HeartPowered Global Nation. All good? Great. So as I always say, to round it off, speak up, scale up, and impact the world. Just keep doing your own magic together. All the best.